Hey everyone, and welcome. So let's talk about something I think we can all relate to, reclaiming our evenings from our screens. We're going to dive into this really cool ritual called the digital sunset. And believe me, it can give you back a huge chunk of your personal time, like starting tonight.
Okay, so first off, let me ask you something that's probably going to sound a little too familiar. Have you ever finished your day, maybe had dinner, and then you blink, and suddenly it's bedtime? You're left feeling like you had absolutely no time for yourself? So where did all those hours go? It's a feeling we all know, and yet there's a very common culprit behind it all.
See, every single evening, we're making a choice, and a lot of the time, we don't even realize we're making it. On one side, you've got time spent. You know what I'm talking about, that passive, endless scrolling, getting sucked in by every single notification, feeling that mental fog from the blue light. But then there's time lived. This is the active, intentional life we're all really craving, right? The one that's full of genuine connection and just mental clarity.
So this whole phenomenon, it actually has a name. We're calling it the endless digital twilight. I kind of like that. It's that blurry zone, you know? The time between when work ends and when you finally go to sleep, where our time just gets sucked into this vortex of digital distractions. And it leaves us feeling, well, pretty unproductive and honestly, unfulfilled.
And look, this isn't just a hunch or a feeling. It's a hard fact. The data is pretty clear. On average, we are losing a staggering 3 hours every single night to our screens. Just let that sink in for a second. 3 hours a night? That adds up to 21 hours a week. It's literally like working a part-time job that you never signed up for, and you're definitely not getting paid for it.
All right, so what do we do about it? How do we push back? Now, it's not about doing something drastic, like throwing your phone in a lake. No, the solution is actually way simpler, and honestly, a lot more empowering. It's something we're calling a digital sunset. So what exactly is a digital sunset? Well, think of it as a clear, intentional end to your digital day. It's basically a psychological trigger. You know how a real sunset signals to your body that it's time to wind down for the night? This ritual does the exact same thing for your brain. It tells it to switch off from that constant buzz of information and finally shift into your real evening.
And this quote, I think this really gets to the heart of the whole idea. It's not about being anti-technology at all. It's about being pro-you. It's about putting technology back in its proper place, as a tool that we use, not a force that uses us. It really is about taking back control, just one evening at a time.
Okay, so right about now you might be thinking, all right, this sounds great in theory, but is it actually hard to do? And the answer is no, not at all. That's the real beauty of the digital sunset. It's all about simplicity. It's designed to be totally effortless and super achievable.
Seriously, it's just 3 little steps. First, set your sunset time. Just pick a consistent time every night. Let's just say 9 p.m. Boom, that's your sunset. Step 2, power down your devices. And I mean really power them down. Put them away, maybe even in another room if you have to. And then step 3, and this one is absolutely crucial, you immediately begin an analog screen-free activity that you've already planned out. This completely gets rid of that what should I do now feeling. No more decision fatigue, no scrolling, just a nice smooth transition into your evening. And now we get to the best part. The payoff. What actually happens when you do this? What's the reward for this tiny little bit of discipline? Well, we call it the 3-hour payoff. And trust me, it can be absolutely life-changing.
3 hours. That is the prize we're talking. 3 hours reclaimed and handed right back to you. Every single day. Just take a second and really think about that. What could you do with an extra 3 hours of focused personal time every day?
I mean, the possibilities are just incredible, right? You could finally tear through that stack of books on your nightstand. You could start learning that language you've always said you would. You could have a real, deep, uninterrupted conversation with someone you care about. You could journal, you could meditate, or, and this might be the most revolutionary idea of all, you could simply do nothing and just be present in your own life. Wow.
So look, this isn't about setting some huge, far-off goal. I want you to think of this as more of an invitation, a gentle challenge even. Just try it for yourself. Why not start tonight? I mean, there's really nothing to lose, and as we've just seen, there is a whole lot of life to gain.
And that really brings us to the final question to leave you with. It's not about what you're giving up. It's about what you're going to discover. So when you quiet all that digital noise tonight, when you let the sun officially set on your screens, what will your first sunset reveal? What part of yourself? Or what new passion? Or maybe just what quiet moment of peace is waiting for you? I'm excited for you to find out.